Check, check, check.
All right. What are you doing?
I was like, all right,
Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is your Homeboy Etiquette podcast right now. You rocking with the main man over at the 5280 Q, passing off to my motherfucking partner in crime, the arc reactor himself.
Yo, this is Homeboy Etiquette here on YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. Also representing KMT Games and KMT Productions here on YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. This is Kemp the Raw. Sorry, I'm a little bit hungover. I apologize. But yeah, we have an interesting topic to talk about here today.
Yeah, bitch.
Call me
We some wild
Steve-O.
boys. We some wild boys. Fucking ain't got leave-o.
Yep. But also make sure that you guys go down to the link down below if you're watching this on YouTube, and go to our Patreon page if you're watching this on Twitch. That would be patreon.com/homeboy etiquette, all one word, no spaces, underscores, or anything like that. Where you can get our spicy content, as well as we start putting up our stand-up bits as well. Whenever we go out and do stand-up, then you can really only find our full sets there on the Patreon as well. But yeah, as it stands right now, our Patreon is free to become a patron at this point. But once again, we're gonna hit critical mass with a certain amount of content, and after a while, there's only going to be things that are going to be put behind a paywall. So get in while you can. And with that being said, just pass it back to Kang the Conqueror over here.
All right, so the topic of the day is what do you know? And how I came across the topic is I remember something in my days in the Marine Corps. I remember I was at my truck, right? Or it wasn't even my truck, it was a supply truck over there. And then my boy Zell was there, and our first sergeant popped up. And he goes, hey, Zell, how many MREs we got back there? He goes, I think we got this certain amount. First sergeant says, you think? How many? Oh, you think or do you know? How many of them MREs do we got back there? I think. And I was like, I picked up what first sergeant was laying down.
He's stupid.
Yeah, I was like, I was like, stop right there, Zell. I was like, stop. And I was like, jumped up, hopped in the truck, started throwing boxes around. I was like, first sergeant, we got this much amount of numbers over there. But I always remember, before I even did that, my first sergeant said something right here. He goes, cause Zell kept stammering. I cut that story a little bit short. He kept stammering. Eventually, not eventually, this was really quick. First sergeant was like, I don't give a fuck about what you think. What do you know, Zell?
That's a good question.
And then that's when I was like, I got you, first sergeant. And I just hopped my ass back there, started throwing shit around. I was like, hey, we got this mini right here, first sergeant's like, thank you, right. And he walks away.
Oh yeah, that actually, ironically, I wound up seeing a TikTok post where there's it looked like there was a white guy, probably mid to late 30s, possibly early 40s, and he was talking to an old black man who I believe he may have either been from Jamaica, one of those islands, the Black Islander
Caribbeans.
Yeah, the Caribbeans, right? And he straight up said he was just like
pina colada. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. He was just like do you believe that you are a white man? You know what I mean? And he was just like, yeah, I mean, I believe I'm white. He's just like, well, if you believe, then that means you don't know. You know, and he's just like, well, what do you mean? He's like, because you can only believe something that you don't know.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? And so he was like, do you believe that you have two parents? And he was like, no, I know I have two parents. He was like, do you know you have a mother and father? Yes, I know a mother and father. It's like, so do you believe I'm a black man? He's just like, well, then he said, yeah. And it basically came around to being we're all basically the same thing, physical bodies having a spiritual bodies, spiritual beings having a physical experience and shit.
Ooh.
But the point was that you can only believe something that you don't know,
Yep, because that reminds me of something. I've been listening to this YouTube channel. Shout out to Inner Oasis, and he says, when you believe in something, when you claim a title on something, that's when you get corrupt. It's like somebody be like, I don't know if they listen to this, but if they do, fuck them. I mean, not fuck them, but it's like not fuck them in a bad way. It's just it's like somebody goes, fuck it. It's like, I'm a progressive feminist, and then
I had a
you
nice
believe it?
long conversation with one of those a couple weeks ago.
It's like, hold on, we're going to get to that. Let me just finish this. I'm a progressive feminist. It says, once you claim a title, or something like claim a title into something, that's when your mind becomes corrupt. That's when the mind becomes corrupt. So shout out to Inner Oasis for that. So you got like 49 videos. You should listen to Inner Oasis if you ever having like issues with depression, or as my boy Wes called it. He's like, it's like, look, you see, you got problems, and then there's depression. Depression, on the other hand, is a chemical thing to where it's like the party is lit as fuck. Everybody having a good time. Everybody's bills is fucking paid. And it's like, like your bills is paid for the next 3 months right now. You ain't got to worry about shit. You got money in the fucking bank. Shorty, what you drank. Money in the bank.
Show me what you drank.
Right? And then the next thing you know, you just start going, I feel sad. I got money in the bank. My bills is paid. Shorty, what you drink? Right, that's a fucking chemistry issue right there. But then the rest of us over here, which is pretty much normal of all of us, it's like we have problems, and then we cry like we just problems. Just goes, we got problems, and you like we misdirect as fucking depression or some shit like that. But it's like you start believing. Anyway, you believe in some shit, your mind becomes start corrupted. It's like, I'm a Christian, and then your mind start getting corrupted. He goes, don't kill babies. But anyway, I'm gonna hear your story.
Okay, but before I get to that, that reminds me, I saw a comedian once again on TikTok. You guys need to check out our TikTok page. Subscribe there while we can. The algorithm is finally starting to fucking hit us there too.
Oh yeah, I've been getting those notifications like
wild shit.
Well, yeah, you got new followers. Like, all right, cool. That's Turtle's domain. I mean, TikTok is Turtle domain. You got new followers. Like, that's Turtle's domain. Fuck, maybe I should get a TikTok. Fuck China.
I think that they're really gonna try to put a ban on TikTok, so we'll see. But
not fuck China. Like I love China as a country, as a people. Put your political party. We're not a political podcast, so we're not gonna do anything political.
Well,
can I get a Crouch Tiger, Hidden Dragon 3? Dog, that's all. That's what I want. That's all I want. I'm good.
Yo, why don't you give me a Chinese bitch, nigga, and give me one of those. Like, but
why they gotta be bitches,
bro? Because they're all bitches, bro.
But then we niggas.
Yeah, I'm a nigga, bro. Like, fuck
I'm a
it.
nigga. He's a
Nigga,
nigga.
you's
She's
a
a
nigga,
nigga.
yeah.
He's a nigga. What do you like to be a nigga too? Shout out to Easy E. R.I.P.
Real shit. But yeah, like it was a comedian who actually said something like that, where he's just like, yo, like, you know, Christianity doesn't really make sense because they teach that, you know, if it's a baby, that babies automatically go to heaven, right? So technically, the abortion clinic is literally just an immediate one-stop shop for sending babies to heaven. So Christians should really be on board with it because babies are just going straight to heaven. But like, you're not having them have to go through this life of pain and suffering and sin. So like, why don't you just send them straight to heaven?
Yep. I mean, that's unselfish as all hell. Look at you with your selfish act and obviously doing an unselfish thing that just benefited baby would have had you as a fucking mother. Okay. Or he had him as a fucking father. I was like, it's like I remember that Jay-Z line. He's like, now your kid gotta grow up and like, this is my dad. It's like, it was some shit like that. These are your parents or some shit like that. It's like, all right. But anyway, with that being said,
I'm a big kid now.
obviously not, nigga.
You're a memory.
Oh, the savageness. But anyway,
I mean, I'll go into that conversation though.
I'd like to give one shout out.
Yeah,
Hey,
go for it.
All right, so if you're here listening to Homeboy Etiquette right now, that great joke, I was like, look up Andrew Schultz, buy his special, and he had a great abortion joke that he's using to promote the special, and that shit was fucking hilarious.
Shout
as
out Andrew
all
Schultz.
Hell. So shout out to Andrew Schultz, baby. We buying your special and everything like that. Thank you for creating like that avenue, like putting our content out there on YouTube like that as stand-up comedians. We appreciate that and everything. So back to Kemet, back to Kay as he was about to say something.
Oh yeah. Because I had a conversation with it was a white lady, and we were actually at a bar. It was like me and two homeboys. We went to a bar. We were looking for a place to play some pool. And I can't remember the name of the spot, but I've been there a couple times. And she was just kind of there, like, by herself playing pool and stuff. And, you know, like, the other two dudes that I'm with, like, they're a little bit closer to what you would call, like, you know, like, they're a black man and then there are niggas, right? Like, they're a couple of quote-unquote niggas, man. Like, and, like, but they're smart. They're intelligent dudes. Like, they're just hood, you know what I'm saying? And like, so it's like, so they start talking to this chick, you know what I mean? And you know, like it's like swing and miss because it's almost like she's like an alien, bro, compared to how they think and view the world. But then they bring me over, and then because I believe that
Hey, Cameron, yo, come over here and translate for us, man.
real shit.
I don't, think,
I
I don't
did
think
that.
this bitch is understanding.
So-
Yeah, I'm like, why she gotta be a bitch?
But at the same time, I let them know ahead of time. I'm just like, dude, like I have my black belt in white women, bro. Like I have my black belt, and like so I go over there,
Ooh.
and like and so I go over there, and like the conversation had gone from like Medusa, and then it went into feminism, and like she's a hardcore leftist feminist who
Whatever
like
the
who is
fuck
like
that means.
who is also she identifies as queer, which basically when it all this is how I was translating it to my homeboys. I'm just like, she fucks anything, bro. Like that's what it means. Like that's what it means. Like after, when it's all said and done, doesn't matter if it has a dick, a pussy, like if they're
A golden
transitioning,
retriever?
whatever. Like yeah, like well, I don't know about bestiality, but you know, I was like, they were asking
Stay
me
off the dark
questions.
web.
While oh shit, you don't need the dark web for that, bro.
Burn it.
You could find it on X videos, X hamster, nigga.
Why the fuck do you know it? Never mind, you know it? Never mind. I know why you know it. So I said, never mind. Just continue with the story.
But yeah, like, and so I was legitimately translating. So like one person would start talking to her, asking questions, and then the other person is just like, "What does it mean when she says this? What does it mean when she says that?" And then I was literally translating, like, you know what I mean? And like, so
Bitchinese.
yeah.
Oh, God
No,
damn
yeah.
it.
Shout out to Donovan Sharp and Womanese, like learning Womanese.
Oh, that reminds me of something. I just cut in real quick. It's like when I remember like you or B. Shout out to BC. He did his thing over there. Show. Shout out to Sarah Day. Shout out to Ray Reed. Shout out to 10 to 10 Birds over there at the showcase over there. Everything. Shout out to Trev Rich and everything. But it's like saying it's like the reason why I have an aversion to like somebody, yo, what's up with these bitches, these hoes. Somebody be like, you simping because you defend them. Like, no, because you're othering a motherfucker. You're othering. When you're othering a motherfucker, that's the shit that just leads to Holocaust, nigga.
Well, that's an extreme example. That's othering. You know what I mean? Like, because here's the thing. Like, I will
You're putting a buffer there. You're putting like this.
No.
This is like, you're looking at this girl. She goes, I don't like you, Carl. He goes, this bitch. And then, doom, you're like, I got a buffer. Like, she's like, I don't like you, Carl. Her, I don't like you, Carl. Bullets are just hitting the screen. It's like, oh, you can't touch me. I got a bulletproof screen.
Well-
bitch.
Well, like, let's put it this way. Like I generalize until you prove me different. You know what I mean? Like I'll look at you. You're every other bitch until you prove otherwise.
But like the word bitch is like, it's like, I don't get me wrong. I like the word bitch. I like the word bitch,
Bro,
bro.
like-
I think
like
I like
it's-
the word motherfucker. Like,
Nigga,
it's
I literally like I'm just thinking just from gut to mouth, bro. Like I don't like the word woman. The word woman I have to think about.
It's
Bitch
a-
just comes out.
It's an
You know what I'm
instinct
saying?
to put a
Like-
buffer in between you and the chick. It's like you go up to a chick at a bar, and be like, this bitch, and then you already put up a buffer right there. It's like that way
No,
if she gets
but
turned,
you're
if you
assuming
get
that
curved or turned down, it's like, yo, at least it's like I get curved. Oh, of course, that's how bitches are.
No, man. Like because you're assuming that I'm saying it in a negative sense. Like I'm saying bitch just like I would say nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like I call white people nigga. I call women niggas. Like you know what I'm saying?
mean,
like
I call like masculine women niggas, but it's like
no,
when I'm
no,
thinking
bro.
word,
no.
it's like,
See, I call masculine women sir. I'm like, calm down, sir. like,
like shit. But I think of the word like when I say like it's like that YG. It's like, I'm gonna ride for my motherfucking with a finger outside with my motherfucking niggas. I be all outside with my motherfucking niggas. They right here, they rip my nigga, my nigga. It's like, but
my nigga, my motherfucking nigga.
But it's like in terms of it's like in that term, it's just like it refers to like us. It's like it refers to us. Like I don't really ever say that word. It's like hanging out with what the fuck matter. All right, we'll call it matter. Black matter. So it's like when we hang out with Black matter, it's like usually throughout my normal days, like I use curse words, of course, because that's just my normal language because it translates a lot goddamn easier and shit like that. And then talk with somebody, but I don't really just start dropping nigga until like I'm around you motherfuckers, and like when we get around Black matter, and for some reason it just goes. It's just like some, and then some, nigga, and then afterwards we just start dropping niggas everywhere, just like nigga.
Right.
Like we doing drive-bys in Compton. No, sorry, not shout out to Compton.
Yeah, shout out.
It was just like, but it's like we different. Like once we're around us, it's a difference. Like it's a cultural context into it when we're around us, to where that's when we start saying shit, because we're around our like, no, this it's not a discredit to our non-black friends.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a discredit to them. Y'all still close to us like that. We just sitting there, we talking, we shooting shit, everything like that. We just adapt the language to it. We whatever the fuck. And then like when we get around us though, and it's just us, it goes, my nigga, Nick. It's like there's cultural undertones in that shit. It's like when BC, like the classic. I don't know if you know BC long enough or well enough. Like there's this classic thing about BC. When BC has something on his mind, he'll just be sitting there,
nigga.
yeah, you know what I'm talking.
No.
He'll be like, here it is right here. So BC ever sees this shit, bring your black ass in for an interview. Here goes, right here goes. Nigga, tell me why.
Yeah, exactly.
Or goes, nigga.
His shoulders go up. Nigga, tell me why. like real shit, bro. Yeah, like, he always did that shit, bro.
Oh, yo, shout out to BC, because yo, that's what you do. Like, all right, this is about to be an interesting story, because he just went through some shit and he's still processing it, and he gets. Exactly, like yo, he processing it. He'll walk with his backpack and shit. He'll walk like miles and shit, just to make you believe that planet Earth returns slowly and shit. And then he'll get to us finally on the destination, and he'll just approach us and goes, "Nigga, tell me why." Or yo, shout out to BC, man. Yo, good job at the showcase, man. Shout out to Sarah Day. Shout out to Ray Reed. Shout out to 1010 Burst. Congratulations, Trev Rich, with the Grammy. Yo, we proud of y'all out here. Shouting out to Mile High City. We got to. All right, but anyway, yo.
Yeah, like, I was bringing everything around to the topic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I'm not going to be saying any names to protect the innocent. But like she had all of these political postures, right? You know, like, so we're talking about LGBT community. She's like, I'm an ally. I identify as
what
this.
What the fuck is an ally?
Well,
bitch, that's the laziest shit ever.
Well, technically, like, she's a part of it because she's queer. She fucks bitches. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you just fuck women. That's nice.
Yeah, that's why to translate it to my homeboy. Like, she's basically bisexual. She fucks guys and girls.
Honestly,
that's what queer. That's pretty much what queer basically boils down to. Like,
in regards of, it's like, we don't have like the.
Well, yeah,
what?
because
What do you mean you don't?
So the conversation went into
We
feminism.
get treated differently,
and she's explaining like what feminism is, which is supposed to be equal protection under the law. See, so that's why they brought me over, and I'm like, what do you think feminism is? And then so she said like equal protection under the law. I'm like, okay, so
somebody pick up the Constitution and slap the fuck out of her with it.
Well, that's actually what feminism is. You know what I mean? It's making sure that females have the same constitutional rights that guys have, which is fine. But we've already overshot that. Women have way more rights in this country than men do.
Right.
And on top of that, and I even went into this conversation. I'm just like, are you looking for equality of opportunity or equality of outcome? Because they're very different things.
Yeah, dog. If I put in work like a motherfucker, it's like, for instance, like we work, like, look at you, flex your biceps right there. Look at them big ass biceps. All right, yeah, all right. So, all right, here's mine's. No, his is bigger. Yeah, his definitely bigger. But like, I don't need mine to be bigger because that means I can't get out of tight spots and shit.
Bro, I've been running into doors and shit like routinely, nigga. Like, I just don't notice. I think I'm skinnier than I am now, bro. Like,
but it's like, for instance, like if I put in work like a motherfucker, right, and this dude shows up just for 2 days, and all of a sudden we get the same outcome, it better be because this motherfucker was genius and he was smarter than I was, or somebody gave him a tip.
Right.
Then all of a sudden, but no, if we did the same thing, he just did it for 2 days, I did it for 7 days, and we got the same result. And I'm like, did somebody help you? Did you suck a dick?
No,
did you eat your clit?
It's a
did you eat some asshole?
That would be a genetic advantage, man.
I just walked in, I punched the clock in 2 days, and I got paid the same amount as you. You worked 7 days.
Yeah, like
Nigga, I'll burn this shit to the fucking ground.
bro,
no.
LeBron James, bro. Like okay, so when LeBron James first
Then
started,
Brittany Griner should be getting paid as much as LeBron James is, because obviously she's a star of the WNBA.
oh fuck no, but WNBA isn't watched like the NBA is, and
Oh.
everything that the WNBA does is an inferior version of the NBA.
Hey,
the
hey,
worst
wait,
nigga in
wait.
the NBA would shit on the best player in the WNBA all day.
Now this is
We're
part
talking
where
about nigga on the bench.
Hold on. This is what I'm gonna take up the WNBA side of it all. It's like, yes, of course, against guys in that damn sport. Yes,
Yeah.
of course.
What the
it's like
fuck?
women's hockey, men's hockey, but yeah, amongst the women's team, I mean, like, yeah, they ball, but like, I watch them ball. I love watching. Like, I can watch WNBA. I said,
Women's volleyball. That's the only women's sport I watch is women's volleyball.
Look, if I'm at the
thick
bar-
thighs and fat asses, nigga.
If I'm at the bar and the WNBA's on and there's nothing on, I'll watch the WNBA. Like they're hooping, they're adapting their game as much as well to the man's game as much as they can. And it's
Layups
like,
all day.
Yeah, I
Layups
love
all
this,
day.
and it's like I love the sport. I love the sport, whether it's a man playing it or a woman playing it. Not if a chihuahua playing it. Get the fuck out of here, Airbud.
But okay, but the point is that like you're an anomaly. You're an anomaly. Like when you
I think that's how everybody should be. Like, what the fuck? Like,
okay,
look,
but yeah,
it's
that's a should.
sport.
That's not what exists though.
It's competition.
It's
It's
not-
competition against equal level or somewhat equal level competition. Is just like who wants it more, who's training more, who's doing this shit more. Like, I think the WNBA gets robbed because it gets compared to the NBA when you got to look at it and separate the two. That's where I'll say it gets
Okay.
robbed at. They're not
You want-
dunking,
you
but
wanna
they're
know-
skilled.
You want to know how they fix that problem?
How?
Make them wear more scantily clad clothes.
Uh,
Let their titties bounce.
I love them titties, but
And
like,
then,
look,
and,
no.
then watch ratings shoot up through the roof,
Nope.
and then watch them get paid more. The reason why
I
they
mean-
get compared to guys is because they're trying to be guys.
Yeah, it's in the sport, but like that
And
part,
so
I'm like, no,
you're looking
no.
at something inferior, and
No,
that's
I-
why people don't watch it.
I know, I get it. I'm on that
If
side
they were
too. I
actually
love to see
women
titties
playing,
bouncing.
if they were actually women being women and playing the sport
Nah.
and being good at
Nah.
it,
I want-
watch how fast the ratings will
Fuck that.
shoot through the fucking roof,
Like,
bro.
don't get me wrong. Like, I follow like basketball beauties on Instagram. Like, shout out to them. Like, fine ass,
Yeah, tall ass giant Amazon bitches,
Oh, I
nigga.
love you all. baby.
Amazon.
But it's
I'll
like,
clown
I-
you all day, ho.
It's like for me personally, I love women athletes, like basketball, like a chick that takes basketball seriously. Like I want to be able to go to the court with my girl and be able to play ball with her and shit like that. Like if she's a hooper, like a legitimate hooper, that means it is fun. It's a challenge. We get to challenge each other, even though I know I can use any time I want at that physicality level, but it's just based upon skill. It's skill, the time and the effort that they put into it and develop those skills. No, I don't want them clanily scat like that and disrespecting their skills because you'd be subjecting them to be like strippers. Like you have a skill as a basketball player or as a football player or as a hockey player, or it's like in a women equivalent of that. Yes, based on that skill, yeah, I believe I watch sports based on skill because I want to see like what is your decision making process. Now, if we want some scantily clad shit, we got strippers and lingerie football and all that shit. We
Yeah, the
start a different
lingerie
league.
bowl.
But them bitches went up against. God damn it! Why they gotta be bitches, Q? Shut the fuck up, other Q.
Yeah. No. Let it come out. Let it come out.
But like,
Let the hate flow through you. Yes.
but like, and it was like, all right, and if, all right, say for instance, all right, what happened? Like lingerie basketball team versus the actual women's basketball team, and the lingerie team just get destroyed because they think titties gonna distract another woman in a competition of sport.
Well,
like I like
I don't know.
competition, bitch.
There's a lot of
It's like,
dykes in that.
it's like, yo, if my girl can ball, I don't even got a girl right now, but hypothetically, like I wanna date an athlete chick because that way we can make super babies.
Yeah.
But like she can ball, she can compete, and she can like that competitiveness is there. That's what I fucking want.
Well,
Like,
okay. So
I mean, you beat all the
want,
girls.
You want a tomboy then?
nah, not tomboy. They can still be feminine. It's not just because
You
they're-
can't be competitive and feminine at the same time.
Yes, the fuck you
No,
can.
you cannot. They're
Yes, you can.
they're opposing energies.
I think not.
They are.
Ish. It depends how you apply it. If she's applying it into our relationship and she's
Have you
competing
ever
with me,
have you ever watched women who actually teach femininity classes? It is the exact opposite.
I don't know, man. Like, look, have a girl do jujitsu, and then like that's my sport. My
That's
sport is
a
jujitsu.
masculine thing.
But yeah, I know women who do jujitsu. They're
You want a tomboy? It's fine.
No, I just want a chick to
There's
do
nothing wrong
jujitsu.
with a
I just want
tomboy.
a chick that's athletic.
She'll arm wrestle with you and everything, nigga. It's
Well,
cool.
shit, and then she can
Like-
arm wrestle with me, but it's like, look, I need, because when you do a sport like that, when you do a sport like basketball, and say like DeMarcus Cousins married, hypothetically, shout out to Brittany Griner's wife supporting her through that shit with Russia.
I
but
like
yeah,
girly
Brittany-
girls, bro.
But like, you take a center in the NBA and a center in the WNBA, they get together, they marry and stuff like that. But they play games against each other, right? They play 1-on-1.
Yeah.
The guy is gonna destroy her every motherfucking time. And then what does that establish? She goes, well, I can get buck, and that motherfucker's like, bam, da 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 da. Let the boys be boys, just like bam, just like slam on her like that, and she'd be like, we play the same sport, but I play with women, and I'm the best in my sport. And he plays with men. He's like either the middle or maybe somewhat top tier of his
He
sport.
could be the bottom of men and still beat the best of women.
Yeah, and it's just like at that point, it's like it's just the love of the sport and the love of the game.
But that's not what people are after. That's what I'm saying is that like you're obviously an anomaly because ratings matter. Like,
well, I'm
like-
not talking about ratings like on the ratings level. I'm talking about
But
like on
with-
an individual, like
reason
her
that you
as an
said-
athlete and you as an athlete in the same sport.
well, yeah, but this started
They're-
off because of pay. You said they were getting robbed, and
I
like
didn't say they were getting right. I didn't say shit about pay. I don't give a shit about pay.
that's how this whole conversation started.
We didn't talk about. I didn't say anything about pay. We're going over the video.
What? Oh hell no.
I-
Okay.
I
Anyway,
got
let me
20
get back
bucks on it.
Let me get $20. All right. Let me get back to the reason because this was all relating to the actual subject for today.
Which is what do you know?
What do you know? Yes.
Which
okay.
is
So
we
this.
know a lot about sports.
Well, you know a lot about sports. I know about the politics behind it. Yeah. So this chick or whatever, she had like a lot of political posturing, super left. You know what I'm saying? And like, but then as the conversation started progressing, and then I started hitting her with like the harder, like harder questions to answer. That like, you know, like let's put it this way, she was the ultimate embodiment of the typical westernized, like left-centric, leftist woman. She was like the embodiment of it in every fucking shape, and like
Oh.
everything on it.
It's that thing that reminds me of like, well, what makes girls better students than boys and men, women and men? Because they can take what they're being taught and then they can just repeat it. Because all that shit is just repeating and then just memorization of it all. It's not actual problem solving. And there's a problem and you have to come up with a solution from scratch. They're good at memorization.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing is that like like I wish I had the misogyny button, but like I'm about to say something that you guys are gonna try to categorize as misogyny. I honestly, truly,
But misogyny is a hate of women. We don't
exactly,
fucking
but
hate women.
I know, but people are so fucking dumb that they label sentences like I'm about to say as misogyny.
Wait, it's
I
like
truly believe that
Wait.
women's groupthink makes it to where it is very rare for a woman to actually have her own thoughts, ideas,
Yep.
and reasoning behind it. But
Yep.
honestly, like people are so fucking stupid they would label that as fucking misogyny, which is another conversation I got into with her, and she agreed that feminism has just turned into misandry, the hatred of men. That's all it's become.
it's groupthink. It's like because they're hireable and agreeableness. Like me with my old chick and shit like that. Like I looked at our results because I had to take the Jordan Peterson test before she started realizing she hated Jordan Peterson out of fucking nowhere. Even though this nigga just said, hey man, make your bed up, dumbass.
Right.
But anyway, I looked at the test and it was like her agreeableness. Like only 6 other motherfuckers in the room would be more agreeable than she was.
Right.
And the agreeableness and that high level kind of thing, like that high, which is women's gonna all rank on a higher agreeableness because that just ends up with them being in cults. And what is this, all this shit that we end up developing now? It's a cult. Because I'm more of a fucking pragmatist. Like my agreeableness in the 57 percentile, which means I'm agreeing. I'm like, okay, this is stupid. Go fuck yourself. I'm walking away.
Well, yeah, and like so all of this was basically to say because like the conversation after hitting her with, I talked to her about that too. You know what I mean? Like because you know she tried to go into like the illusion of wage differences, even though that's already been disproven. Like I went into all that, but like you know what wound up happening by the end of the night? She basically like I just kept needling her with just like just logical argument after logical argument, and she finally got to a point where like she didn't know what she was like what she thought. She didn't know what she felt, and suddenly like she went from somebody who preferred women to preferred guys, and we were we were about to have a mandingo party with this bitch, nigga. So she started off as like a woman, a woman that hates men and thinks that we're all fucking stupid, to literally being so goddamn confused by logic that she turned straight again, nigga. See, like it was just like, bro, like nigga, I have my black belt in white bitches, nigga. Like it's fucking ridiculous, bro.
See, that
like,
definitely proves I'm lazy, because my situation over there with my old chick was like, I was like, I don't feel like doing this shit, man. Why? Like, why don't you get it? Why? It's apparently in front of you. Like, what the fuck is like? It's like somebody. That's the problem. Just like, I'm like, you don't see the thing that's coming. You're doing this thing right here, and you don't notice that it's leading up to this fucking here. You're driving. You're fucking piloting or whatever the thing they do at sea, the Titanic, and I'm looking at the goddamn iceberg, and I'm like, you don't see that shit? Like, you don't see that shit. Nigga, you don't see that shit. That big ass thing right there. You the fucking me. The thing you're doing right now is leading to that shit. No, it's not. The thing, yes, it is. Like, no. Stupid. No, I'm doing my calculations, and it's leading you to the fucking iceberg, you dipshit. No, we're gonna be fine. We're not gonna hit the iceberg. We're just gonna go directly at it. It's like, no, nigga, please. I'm like, you know what, man? Fuck this. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Watch the Titanic hit the motherfucking iceberg. Bitch. Boom, it hits that bitch. You sitting there, you stupid motherfucker.
But that's the thing, though, is that like she was an engineer. And like a software engineer.
Ooh,
and like so like she was a smart woman, like, you know what I'm saying?
Man,
and like, and the thing about her is that like, it's just like we were having a conversation about this before we got on camera, is that smart women, intelligent women pride themselves on their intelligence. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And then but the thing is that they're still women, so they filter all of that intelligence through their emotions. And because emotions are inherently flawed, because they shift with every passing moment, her intelligence is flawed. So all you have to do is match her intelligence and stay logical, stay respectful. See, like I even agreed with her on a lot of things. I was just like because once I broke everything down logically and explained it, like, she wasn't getting mad at the way that I explained it. But whenever one of the two quote unquote niggas was like trying to explain it, like
hey, yo, bitch.
Like, yeah, but it was basically like that. Like
the earth is flat. All right, okay. My bad. I just wanted to give that Ayo bitch line out there. Shout out to DMX, RP DMX.
Yeah, bro. But on some real shit, like because the way that they were trying to explain things, it was just like through like a very
aggression.
Take
this shit.
Well, no, it was a typical like Southern black, like, you know, like, you've met people, black people from the South, like
I love Southern people.
I'm not saying it's a
general.
bad thing, but like there's a communication barrier. You know what I mean?
From the South, man.
And like, but I've been in Colorado most of my life, and like, so I'm fluent in white person. I even like half the time, like, as you guys notice, I start off talking
that's a
like
buffer. That's a buffer. That's creating a buffer for some reason. It's like shout like, but they're just people.
No, but okay, so I'm not going off of my opinion. I'm talking about perceptions, and like, because in the black community, the way that I'm talking right now, they tell me, I've even had family, they're like, you talk like white people. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, it's just English. It's a language, nigga, and I just happen to be good at it. My bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
nigga, you talk like white people.
Yeah, like, because all that Ebonic shit, it actually came from white people. White people, Southern niggas who couldn't talk right, and those niggas came from fucking England, and they were the Cockney speaking niggas. Like, oh yeah, bloody man, going down to the pub, oh yeah. Like all those niggas. That's where the Ebonics came from, nigga. Are you serious?
Oh man, it's like,
bro, like, but niggas are dumb, bro.
Nigga, what
like,
are you talking to me?
Well, not
what
nigga.
language you speak?
People are dumb.
I'm like, ¿cómo se llama? ¿Cómo estás? Comida. Muchos comida, motherfucker. It's like, oh, you speaking Spanish? You don't say I'm sounding like Spanish people. Like, motherfucker, you speak English, nigga.
Pinche pendejo.
Bonjour, ¿cómo te va? Merci. Merci.
¿Y tú?
Bienvenido.
I'm not very good at French. Like,
I
I
don't know. I'm just saying shit. I just remember reading on the goddamn banner.
Look, like, but I know a good amount of Spanish. I know a good amount of German. I know a good amount of Japanese. And then
Only thing I know
sprinkles
about
of other
German
things.
is what?
Wait, what?
I don't know. It's devil dog. It translates to devil dog. That's all I know about Germany. Otherwise, now you bitches should be speaking English.
Dog is Hund. Hund is dog.
Well, whatever. We got the nickname devil dogs from Germans.
All right.
Well, I mean Marines, U.S. Marines. Not all you other Marines, U.S. Marines.
All right, but yeah, like, so basically all that was to bring it all the way around. She had all of these belief systems in her, but here's what I know that you're not going to be able to beat millions of years of fucking evolution with your political posturing. This is the reason why I have a hard time believing in the true okay, not just the scientific backing, but I just truly just know that like there's no such thing as a 100% lesbian. You know what I mean? Because I fucked too many lesbians to believe in it.
That pussy is tight.
Bro, and they can suck a mad dick, nigga, because they got the clit sucking skills. Oh, god damn it. We got to take this off of Twitch, bro. Like, fuck it. It's too late. We're already almost done. But she had these belief systems. But I know for a fact that she is a woman. I know for a fact you're not beating evolution. I know for a fact that my logical argument is better than your emotional argument. And so at the end of the day, she turned from a woman-hating queer woman who is more on the
Oh, you mean
side,
man-hating?
Or man-hating queer woman who was more on the side of having sex with women to about to literally get ran through by 3 niggas at the same time. Because all I just had to do was just keep needling her with facts, bro. Like you know what I mean? Like,
I think that's my problem right there. Is like it's like that problem with intelligent women. It's like I'm like, how the fuck? Me, I just walk into a situation, and I think
as soon as she said the word sapiosexual, I'm like, I got this bitch. Go ahead.
You know what, man? She said she's what?
Sapiosexual. That means like sexually attracted to intelligence. I was just like, I got this bitch.
I'm down Bill! Shut up! Bill comes more naked!
All right, I'm gonna quote the great Sean Carter himself.
I actually got her number right here.
Fuck that. I'm gonna quote the great Sean Carter himself.
Shout out
like,
to
no
her.
offense. It's just like, no
should hit her
offense. It's
up.
just naturally how we are. I am was just like that. I'm like, motherfucker, I done forgot more than you ever knew.
Right. Yeah.
No offense. It's like, yo, you take a strength in Clifton strength find the test and shit like that. But it's just like, I walk into a room, no matter how much I ever fucking know, how much I think I know, I walk into that room and it's like a default setting. You're just like, look, just because I know this, somebody else can know what I know and they can know more. They can know better. They can be better at whatever the fuck it is.
That's wisdom.
And I walk into it and then I always just humble myself and be like, look, they know more than I do. And then until it catches up to me that they don't know more than I do, and then that's when I start exerting influence and just moving shit around. I'm like, no, bitch, Paul, you over here in the corner. Greg, you're over here in the center. You hold the fucking light bulb. You be by the fucking switch over there. I swear to God, if you touch that wire, I'll stab you in your goddamn kneecap with a fucking pencil. But it's like, all right, I start off as the dumbest person in any situation. Like, any situation. I want to be the dumbest motherfucker there.
Congratulations, you've succeeded.
Shit, thank you.
Oh
my God. Yo, fuck
it is
that
very
shit.
rare that somebody accomplishes their goal in such a 100% fashion.
Oh God, yo. If you ever look at my work laptop, I have a picture and a quote of Richard Feynman on my and he says, I don't like answers that I can't question. I rather question answers that I can't. Some shit like that. I forgot the quote about that about Dick Feynman. He worked on a Manhattan
I see the
Project.
implication behind that.
Yeah, it's some shit like that. It's just like the chick I was with previously was just like course on agreeableness, and it's just like fear. They're promoting fear. It's like across on the news media and shit like that. And I was like, I don't understand. Like, growing up in my lifetime, growing up with how I grew up, like how I understand fear is, I'm like, my mother, my birth mother, and inadvertently taught me how to conquer fear because she's like, I would do some shit, I would get in trouble. I mean, it was like it was inevitable that ass whooping is coming.
Yeah.
That shit was inevitable. Shout out to my mother. Shout out to my mom. They're two different people. I got two moms. I got a mom. Shout out to mom. Love you,
Really,
mom.
nigga?
And then I got my mother, which is my birth mother. But my mother, on the other hand, my mom's a hardworking one. But my mother is like her brain, fucking unfucking covered gem, like genius, just smart as shit. Brain could hold memories for a fucking long time, and that's why I had to get really, really, really fucking creative with my schemes and shit. And it got to a point where I was like, I couldn't lie.
Whoa.
And one thing she always told me, she says, Marquise, don't lie to me. And then after a while, once I finally got the message and then, like, understood like where I was at as a fucking toddler, teenager, kid, and shit like that, and I just started telling the truth. Did you do this thing? I was like, I'm like, yes, I did that. And then she goes, fucking goddamn, I gotta go talk to this nigga's parents and shit like that.
Bruh. Yeah, man. Yeah, like my shit, well, like, it was never in terms of really, like, lying. It was always just, like, we taught you better than this.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then,
Hold on.
You know what I mean?
Did
Because,
they hit
like,
you with the, you know better.
yeah, like,
That's
like,
what she hit me with.
Yeah, after they beat my ass.
mean,
But
yeah.
but it was because like they would always like I would get in trouble outside of their view. So I would like get in trouble with the police,
Yep.
stealing from stores and
Yep.
shit, or like I'm supposed to be home at a certain time. I'm out roaming the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Shit.
and I'm thinking, I'm just like, well, I know their work schedule, so as long as I'm back by this time. But then they be coming back home early just randomly, and I get my ass beat, nigga.
Yo,
Like,
shout out to those creative kids out there being menaces to society and everything like that. Like, yo, man.
real shit.
Oh shit, yeah, that's what my mother used to always tell me. Is like, Marquise, you know better. Like, motherfucker, how do I like what I do? Okay, and then just growing up with that. and
Wait,
then-
what? I do? I didn't know I knew that.
All right, well, shit. I guess I know better now.
Shit, yeah. After that ass whooping, nigga, you get a nice fucking hard kick in the asshole.
After
nigga,
that
like,
fucking lynching. nigga.
yeah, real shit, nigga. Like, I'm surprised I don't got scars all over my body,
Oh
nigga.
God, yo, I
Jesus
remember.
Christ.
Yeah, I'll tell y'all a personal story right now. So it's Homeboy Etiquette. We're getting real personal. Well, it's like in 5th grade, I was in Detroit and I was staying, living with my grandparents. I went to school. Nigga, it's not sad. This shit is funny as fuck.
Okay.
This shit is funny as hell. For some reason, like my mother, she decided to come to Detroit, and then it's like it was dope as hell because my mother and my father got to sit there and rebond and everything like that. I threw a wrench in that monkey playing like fuck that. I'm not about to be dealing with the both of y'all as my parents. Y'all two know me too well. I'm not gonna get away with shit. That's
Right. Eagle eye
I
on
mean,
your ass.
That's now how I understand it. Now I look back then, but anyway, personally. So I'm fucking. It's school.
Somebody's watching me.
And I have no privacy.
Yeah.
Oh. Anyway, I was ditching school because my boy Larry let me and my boy Chris finally borrow WCW Nitro, some shit like that on the 64. And we were game addicts. So we was at his house playing fucking WCW, just beating.
Shout out to that game, by the way. That shit was fire.
That shit
Yeah,
was.
my nigga,
Yo,
like-
shout out to wrestling games. You love wrestling games. Create your ex-girlfriend on
hell
there
yeah,
and power
bro.
drive that bitch to a table.
Oh, yeah, we're doing a cage match. I'm just going to throw her off the top.
Or vice versa, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, baby, I need to talk to you right now. Yeah, I created your character. Yep, I got your moveset. Oh, here, and he throw off the table.
then
What the fuck?
You just push them
Like,
while
you
you're
been
doing
pissing
like
me
the
off
shoulder
this week.
clench, and then you just give them a push, and they fall 2 stories, nigga, into a table, nigga.
Shit. All right, yo.
Go
But,
ahead.
he left 2 blocks from the school, and we did school for a whole week. We got there and shit like that. But basically, finally, our shit caught up to us, and it was Thanksgiving weekend. And we was having, I got in trouble, but I didn't get my ass whooped yet because my mom, my pops was sitting there deciding who's gonna whoop my ass, but they forgot about it. So the adults upstairs drinking and shit, kids downstairs, we having a good time. I'm like, I got away with this shit. I forgot I even did this shit. Next thing you know, somebody, because I fucked up the computer, because this is back in the 90s, I fucked up the computer and shit like that. And the person was like, yo, what the fuck's up with this computer over here? My grandmother goes, Yeah, it was Marquise. Yeah, Marquise fucked up the computer. It was like, all right. And she goes, isn't somebody supposed to be whooping his ass? Because she was pissed.
She narked the fuck out of you, bro.
Yo, and then that's when the adults realized the same thing they thought about it. And it's like, yo, and dad was just like, yo, I knocked his teeth out that one time, so I don't want to do it.
Yeah, real
He
shit.
did. It wasn't abuse. It was an accident because it was an accident. Well, fucking, and then so they had her go and do it. I got called up the stairs, and the kids was like, ooh.
Help me.
Ooh. Yeah, nigga. I was like, yo, man, yo. I walked up them stairs, nigga. I walked in through that kitchen. I walked, I had to go up to, like, my dad's old room in the fucking top part of the house, and, yo, basically, I remember that ass whooping. I fucking remember that ass whooping. But everybody else, I got to catch their point of view of it. And there was like, yo, the person who snarked on me, shout out to my cousin Inga, love you. And she was like, she's my dad's generation. She goes, I wish I never said nothing.
Real shit. Like, after they see what happened to you, nigga, like, bruh, like that's why, like, you know, me and my brother used to get into fist fights, like, daily, nigga. Like, we dead ass, like, hated each other until we became adults, bro. Like, and even after we became adults, it still took, like, a long time of, like, kind of feeling each other out type shit.
Shout out to
But
Brandon.
we had one fucking rule, is whatever dirt that we did not sell out the other one. Because the one time, there's be a couple times where it's just like, well, he did it, and then we just watch the destruction of what happens to that nigga, bro. Just, and then the other one. Here's how the ass whoopings would go. If one of us would see the ass whooping going down, and we would start getting upset or mad at the parent for beating them, they're like, "What? You got a problem too?" And then beat us up.
Like,
nigga.
yeah, nigga, I got a problem. Hell yeah,
I'm literally watching my little brother get beat to death, and then they turn over to me and just like, "What, you got a problem too?" And like, yo, and I'm just like,
I'm like, nigga, I'm gonna fade you one day. I'm like, don't worry, Brandon. I'm gonna fade you one day, you old fuck. Right, yeah, I'd have been looking at it like that. Like, I looked out for my little brother. Like, I took some ass whoopings for him.
well, yeah, we learned that lesson though. Do not narc out your brother, bro. Like, do not do it. Like, we might not even like each other, but our not liking each other is not as bad as that ass whooping that we about to get together, nigga. Like, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I started bringing them in on my shit. Like, whenever I be like sneaking out and going to friends' houses and shit, I bring them with me.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
didn't bring my little brother. We were separated about almost 10 years, like 9 years at the most. Might as well have been 10. And it was just like, you sit your young ass over here and let me be a fucking teenager, and I'm gonna go do some teenager. Mom!
Mom, they won't let me play.
Oh, fuck it. I'm like, dog, I broke a PS4 because I broke a Game Boy because he pissed me off. I was like, well, I wanted to play my Game Boy, and he just kept crying over it, and it pissed me off because I knew I was going to have to give it to him, so I threw it on the ground and just stuffed the shit out of it, took a hammer to that shit. I was like, fuck
ultimate
you.
petty, bro. That's super petty, bro.
Oh, yeah, dog. I'm a fucking medalist in the Petty Olympics, like, goddamn it.
Okay, well, we're pretty much out of time, so let's final thoughts on the subject of knowing, like, what do you know? You know what I mean?
I mean,
You know how that belt feels, I know that, but like,
shit, like, all right, look, man, I remember this quote saying, you know more than you know. You know more than you think. And there's that Socrates thing of, I know because I know I don't know anything. Go fuck yourself, Socrates. Like, look,
Well,
nigga, that's
the beginning of wisdom is understanding that you don't know anything. And like, I do agree with that, because when I went to college, I left college feeling stupider than when I went in.
That's
because
not even a word. It's technically more stupid is what you're looking for. That's
exactly.
how you know college failed you.
Yeah, no, but what I'm saying is
Your
that, like,
fucking grammar's
no,
trash.
it's well, my bad, nigga. I'm drinking. Can you give me a fucking break? Like, bro, like, but no, like it's because there were so many doors to so many different new things I had never thought about or considered that immediately I'm just like, I now have way more questions than answers. When I was a teenager going into college, I actually thought I knew some shit.
Yep.
And
That's how
I
you know
came
you
out of there just like, I don't know shit.
Hold on.
Like,
Message. That's how you know you're doing life right, is when you walk into something thinking you know some shit and you have way more questions than you have answers when you walked into this shit. That's how you know that you're a learning very person. Because, like, yeah, it's like, I learned some shit new, and I look back and I and I compare that shit throughout my whole life, and I'm like, fuck. Like, damn it. I don't know shit. Like, fuck. God, and I'm gonna learn it every day, like through YouTube, audio books, personal experience, recounting relationships and shit like that. Relationships with friends, family, anything like that. I'm just always analyzing this shit, and I learn something new and I apply it. It's like as I get older and as I get more experience and more like wisdom, it will be wisdom because I look at it now and I'm just like, and I apply it back to previous situations. And I go, I could have did this better. I could have did this better. I did that good. I did that good at least. But it's like, fuck. Like, for instance, let's see. Maybe knowing what I know now. Like, I didn't know then what I know now. Knowing what I know now, I would have, like, in my previous relationship, I would have been I'd have headbutted her with fucking facts on facts on facts. I wouldn't have, I thought you were supposed to let them grow, let them just express some shit, and maybe they'll just come around to the actual what the fuck is going on their own. No, if
they were raised right, they'll already have the context.
I mean, she was actually. She came from technically a 2-3 parent household. It wasn't.
No, I mean raised to be a woman.
Oh yeah, never mind.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you straight up said never mind on that shit. She was raised to be a human. You know, like that's what the United States does.
What about yours? Like,
well, well, my ex, nigga, like, bro, all of the red flags, bro. Like, so let's put it this way. She was raised in a single mother household with 2 other sisters. Father didn't come back into the life until she was already like fucking a teenager and shit. So she didn't get any of the fucking respect for dudes. Her mom was constantly talking shit about her fucking father her entire goddamn life and instilled in her when she was a fucking baby that she needs to basically finesse niggas. That like she was raised this way, bro.
Yeah, I know.
She was raised this way. She told me the whole shit. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm over here just like, you know, trying to burn out my fucking genius level intellect on something that ain't gonna fucking change. So apparently I'm a fucking retard because I thought I could change an apple into an orange, nigga. Like, goddamn. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, it's like, it takes effort. Like something you said earlier today, earlier in the podcast, it was like, it's like, and then realize like the bringing that confrontation, it takes a lot of energy, and I'm lazy. I realize it because I'm lazy as shit. I do stand up. You can't be
lazy in relationships as a guy.
I piggyback off it's not piggybacking. Well, it's like I hate to sit there. I was like, what do you mean? I gotta write this shit out. I don't like writing shit out. It's like I look at life the way I look at math problems. I look at that shit and I solve that shit in my head. And when you tell me I gotta write it out, I'm fucking annoyed. Like, bitches, don't you get this shit already? Like, what the fuck?
No, they don't. They don't. Like they did you see that interview with Andrew Tate when he was having that mock date with that
the chick,
that 33-year-old chick or whatever who was a single mother?
33-year-old chick was a single mother.
Yeah.
Man, bitch,
yeah, bro.
Fine,
like
because but
I did you watch Rollo Tomasi's breakdown on it?
Yeah, I watched it.
Okay, so do you remember the part where like literally he had just given her fact after fact after fact after fact, and then it cut back to her, and she was just like, all he's saying is gibberish. He's not saying anything that makes sense. And he paused it right there. He was just like, yeah, because her context is emotional and his context is factual.
Yeah.
So even though you're speaking facts, to them you're speaking nonsense. Because all they understand is emotional arguments.
It's retarded. It's like
I
don't got time for this shit. I'm like, look, I live.
This
to
is
a
why you don't
certain
bother.
age.
You don't bother until you want to have a family, bro. Don't bother.
I wanted a family. That's why I got into this dumbass relationship.
Past tense.
Like shit, that was the point of it. Otherwise, that man, I was having fun.
I still do, but like
I was fucking.
Well,
I was fucking.
And we're gonna continue doing that shit, nigga, until.
Oh, not us together.
No, we're gonna continue fucking these hoes, bro. Until like.
Okay, I don't want to call them hoes.
We're gonna continue fucking these bitches, hoes, and women.
I'm not gonna call them
females,
bitches, hoes, and women.
X chromosome people. Like,
nah. Look, man, they're women. They're women.
No, you can't even say women no more, bro. You need to specify.
In the face.
XX chromosome, bro.
Nigga, 0.002% of the population gonna tell me this shit? No offense at 0.002, because I got friends in that 0.002% of the population. Like, nigga, get the fuck out of here. Like, first off, nobody gonna tell me what the fuck I can and can't say. You ain't got a gun in my face, nigga. You ain't got a gun in my face. You ain't got a knife in my throat.
I thought this was
nigga.
America.
You ain't got a fucking flamethrower. You ain't about to kick me over a fucking bridge or some shit over here, bitch. Nigga, you think you gonna tell me what the fuck to do? Nigga, you know what the fuck a law is? A law is pretty much an agreement between, we look at got the world right now. When I'm on a crowd, I'm walking through a crowd, even with the chick I'm dating right now or another chick, or just walking and shit, and there's a guy there and there's a chick, and then guys, we look at each other, and we just had this nod, and it's like, we have an agreement, we have an agreement, we have an agreement, we have an agreement, yep. And we going about our fucking day. Because otherwise that, like, what's the thing that we're going to fall back into? We're going to fall back into barbarianism. We're going to fall back into, like, nigga, strongest motherfucker with the biggest army, with the biggest guns, with the bigger bullets, with the bigger nuke, with the bigger influence, goddamn win.
That's what
because,
it's happening
like,
right now.
If we wanted to, I can just, like, walk into a bar. Like, I do combat sports and combat athletes. First off, it's just like, we throw away everything that our forefathers, George, where the fuck them assholes who wrote the Constitution, all that shit is built over here. We fall back into barbarianism. And that means I can take what the fuck I can take if I can take it. Now, if I can take it, it's mine. And if I can keep it, it's mine. Now, if you take it and you can't keep it, and I come along and I take it from you keeping it, it's mine. Otherwise, that, like, we have a better choice and options right now. We have, like, a reasonable deduction. We have laws and everything, and it's up to fucking choice. But otherwise, that, if I could come through, grab my hand around your motherfucking neck like I grabbed this goddamn, don't say Keith, send us that,
Most interesting man in the world.
I can grab my neck around you like I grab my hand around this goddamn thing over here, and nobody's there to fucking stop us. Me, like, nigga, it'll be Khal Drogo from Game of Thrones, bitch. It's we have laws for a fucking reason, and we have laws for a reason. We raise kids up in these laws like that, and the motherfuckers that go off the shoot wasn't raised and socialized properly otherwise that. Because otherwise that, like, look, nigga, we'll be Khal fucking Drogo from Game of Thrones in a Dothraki, and we will ride through this bitch, and it'll be fucking Genghis Khan 2022 in this bitch. Like, let us know y'all want to go back to that. Let us know. When y'all ever let us know, it was like, we want y'all to go back to that. Nigga, it's Battle Royale, my team versus your team. We take your shit, you take our shit, and then at this point, it's Wild Wild West. Nobody got any choices in this bitch.
Yeah, I feel
Fucking
you.
idiots.
Yeah, bro. You know, and on that point, I think that people just have the illusion that things have changed just because the context of the wars have changed. You know what I mean? But like you can go to any third world country and they're still dealing with Genghis Khan type shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's only in a country like this that we even have that fucking ability or that privilege to look at the world just like it's getting so much better and things are just going to be sunshine and fucking rainbows. Meanwhile, Russia and China are raising they've been planning forever. They've been raising savages forever, nigga. Like you know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't think they're raising savages intentionally. It's just by accident as a consequence.
I'm saying savages in terms of like they refuse to compromise masculinity. They refuse. You know what I mean? Like they refuse to do it. Like, you know what I mean? And like over here, nigga, bro, take the average Russian and the average American, and like average Russian male and average American male. And then, like, which one do you think is more violent, just in general?
You see,
just average.
It'd be like, what's an average American though? But like, are we? I mean, we're average.
Yeah,
we're chill.
Well, let's put it this way. Let's put it this way.
Well, we all watch Tom Cruise flicks.
Like an average American would be like, okay, let's just say, you know, a moderate, you know, like they have some left-leaning beliefs and some right-leaning beliefs. But how many out of the people who are right in the middle are gun owners, good at using their guns, know a martial art, or have lots of skill with contact sports and conflict? Is a good fighter. Is prone to violence, but then also controls himself.
Violence.
Yes, controlled violence. Like when people think of the average American male now, it is so bitched up, bro. I swear to God, it is. Unless you're talking about rednecks, nigga.
Hold on.
Rednecks and gangsters, nigga. Like,
that's the great thing right there.
Because we got our niggas, man. Like we definitely do.
That's the great thing, because it's what they think, and it comes back to that thing with Zell when First Sergeant, when he says, I don't give a fuck about what you think, Zell. What do you know?
Right.
Now, what do you know? Like, what do I know? I know, like,
I know the military is
shit.
strapped for people in the U.S. Like
Ah.
they're lowering the standards because like it's at a like it's an all-time low.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like they're
We're at a
lowering
low.
the standards of our military, which is fucking stupid.
I don't know about that. I haven't read those articles. I'm about to do
They
a
have.
deep dive in that.
Who was it? God damn it! But he was on Joe Rogan's podcast. He was
Oh, it might be Tim Kennedy.
yeah, like because like he was basically explaining that it's a big problem right now because we're now lowering. Yeah, we're out of time. We're now lowering the standards
No,
of the
no,
military.
we continue on. I just got to go take a
No,
piss.
no,
so-
I do too. Like,
All right.
I was trying
You
to wrap
take
it up.
a piss first,
Okay.
and I'll take it from here.
Well, no, I'll just wrap it up. Here's my final thoughts on what do you know. Like I said before, went to college,
Wait.
realized that I didn't
What do
know
you know?
shit.
What can you prove?
I only know the things I can prove. Like,
Oh.
like you know what I mean? Like if I can't prove it, then I immediately chalk it up to it's possible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? That's the reason why like one of my catchphrases and arguments with like in my ex would be like, if you do not believe me, why don't you go and read these books? Look up this information on Google. Google is free. It's on your goddamn phone for yourself. You don't have to take it from me. Take it from experts who have written books, have PhDs, and all type of shit.
Hey.
Take it from them. Don't
got the
take it
phone?
from me if you don't believe that shit.
Wait,
What's
you
up?
gotta download Academia because those are like where the academic papers are written.
Uh-huh.
So, because I ended up coming across it by accident, dude of like something about masculinity or some shit like that to prove that women like niggas that lift weights, bitch. Fuck you. Okay. All right. Okay, but it's not like all right. They're like toned, slim bodies, toned and slim, like overly big like that. They whatever fuck. I don't like. First off, I'm not like, oh, are you doing this for women? Like, nigga, I'm doing this for fucking
Nigga,
me. Like,
it's
first off,
because
this
it
is
makes you
my
feel good,
This
bro.
is my natural build as it is. Just like I play sports, I do other shit, and it's just my natural build. And also,
Keep
like
a
for me,
motherfucker
some chick
alive.
wants me. Yo, how do you get to me? It's like you how to get to any other man through his fucking stomach. Feed me, motherfucker.
Nigga.
Feed me good goddamn food.
She can get to me first through my dick and then through my stomach.
Yep. You start from the ground up. And
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. you gotta build from a foundation, bitch.
Make sure I'm walking. Make sure my kneecaps is functioning. My quads is sticking out and everything like that. My balls is hanging longer than my fucking penis is. And he's like, all right, his nuts is hanging really long, and he's confident. Like I've been in like sauna, like just like letting your nuts hang and shit. Fucking great. That's just the greatest feeling on the fucking planet. I'm sitting there in the sauna, just every dude's in the room, like my nuts is hanging. Like, what's up, dog? Your nuts hanging? My nuts is hanging. Your nuts hanging? My nuts are hanging.
Please tell me you did not have this real conversation, nigga.
Not yet. I'm having a conversation next time I go to the sauna. But
Don't do it, man.
I'm gonna do it. Just make it awkward.
Don't. Like, don't.
I mean, it's not like. First off, if somebody gets in a goddamn erection, I mean, like,
Yeah, you start talking about nigga nuts,
Are you
you
trying
might
to
get
fuck Bill,
you
Tim,
might
or-
get surprised, nigga.
I'm like,
You
you
just
trying
said,
to-
what? You noticed my huevos?
I will
My
punch
huevos?
you in your dick. I will
Huevos
punch you in your dick.
grandes.
First off,
Tú quieres a la verga, güey.
you know what? Thank God in that sauna, like dudes' nuts just stayed shrinked and shit like that. We all just look at each other like, all right, just nigga man. It's like, all right, cool. We sitting there, shot the shit and everything. Once we got over that, he's just shooting the shit, laughing and joking and stuff. But
All right, yeah, like, but
I'm about to bust.
oh yeah, I'm about to buzz too. So,
All right,
I'm
let's-
about to bust.
you know what? I'm thinking, how long can we keep this going before one taps out?
bro, I'm already about to tap. That's why I hit
About
the
to
button.
quit?
That was
About to
me
be a
tapping,
quitter?
nigga.
You ain't no quitter, man. You ain't
It's
no
not
quitter.
about quitting.
Come on, man.
I have an enlarged prostate.
All right, right now. Why you got a large prostate? Nigga,
I'm
jerk off.
kidding, bro. Like I'm making up excuses, nigga. Like,
Oh, all right. So I gotta pee.
yeah,
he gotta pee.
Me too.
We're both screaming out. Where's it help me one? Go to help me.
I'm about to bust.
Oh, it's not that one. It's
Help me! Help me!
and our fucking urine is like.
What happened when I pressed
Okay, yo. All right, yo. So, thanks everybody for watching. I'm Kemet the Raw. So, if you guys have not already, make sure that you go ahead and wrong button. like the video. If you have any suggestions about any topics you want us to cover here in the near future, make sure to leave that in the comments down below as well, or hit us at homeboyetiquette@gmail.com. Subscribe to our TikTok. Subscribe to our Patreon page, patreon.com/homeboyetiquette. It is free right now. But like, you know, I'm trying to tell y'all.
We're getting better at what we do. We're also doing stand-up as well. So we're getting really good. Like,
yeah, exactly, bro.
This is fucking great content. Like, we can fucking laughing and joking and shit, but I just really want y'all to know. So this main man of 50KDQ, also known as
Bill!
Shouts out.
Bill, cut the ball next!
passing on to my partner in crime, y'all reactor.
Yo, yeah, and I already did my intro first, or outro first. So, yeah, this is Kevin the Raw. This is King the Conqueror over here. We will see you guys in the next video. Peace.